Have you ever wondered what Earth will look like in just a few decades? Will it be a paradise or a ticking time bomb? Hold tight, because in the next few minutes, we're diving into 10 astonishing and even terrifying predictions about the future of our planet. By the end of this video, you'll be looking at Earth with a whole new sense of awe and maybe a little fear. Let's start with a question. Imagine your favorite coastal city, Miami, New York, or San Francisco. Now picture it underwater. Scientists predict sea levels could rise up to 6 feet by 2100 if emissions continue at current rates. That's enough to submerge entire cities. But here's the kicker. Some regions are experiencing sea level rise even faster due to melting ice in the Arctic and Antarctic. How will this impact our way of life? And is there any chance of reversing this trend? Now think about this. What if cities had to be entirely relocated? A mass migration, not just in one country, but globally. Where would all these people go? As the seas rise and the land becomes more uninhabitable, millions may be forced to leave their homes. This creates a new type of refugee, climate refugees. By 2050, it's estimated that over 200 million people might be displaced due to climate-related events. Imagine the pressure on infrastructure, resources, and governments around the world. Are we ready for such a monumental shift? And while people are on the move, it's not just humans who are feeling the heat of change. Did you know we're in the middle of Earth's 6th mass extinction? Species are disappearing at an alarming rate, up to 1,000 times faster than natural extinction rates. If current trends continue, we could lose more than half of all species by the end of this century. Can we even imagine a world without elephants, tigers, or rainforests? It's happening faster than we think, and the question is, can we stop it? What would it be like if the only place to see these animals was in a museum? Heat waves, superstorms, wildfires. If you think weather is getting intense now, brace yourself. Scientists predict that as temperatures continue to climb, extreme weather will not only become more common, but also more destructive. Imagine wildfires wiping out entire forests, hurricanes leveling cities, and droughts devastating agriculture. But here's a twist. Some places might even see heavier rainfall, while others become parched. Is our planet's climate system spiraling out of control? But here's something even more surprising. The technology to manage these changes might already be in development. To combat climate chaos, scientists are exploring the idea of geoengineering, altering Earth's systems to counteract warming. Imagine mirrors in space reflecting sunlight, or machines sucking CO2 directly from the air. Sounds like science fiction, right? But geoengineering comes with enormous risks. We're talking about potentially disrupting weather patterns, harming ecosystems, and triggering unintended side effects. Are we meddling with forces beyond our control? Could geoengineering be the last-ditch solution, or a ticking time bomb in disguise? Imagine robots planting trees, drones monitoring endangered animals, or AI predicting natural disasters before they strike. This isn't some far-off fantasy. These technologies are being tested right now. As artificial intelligence and robotics evolve, they could become Earth's greatest allies in environmental conservation. But can we really trust AI to solve problems we created? And speaking of our impact on the environment, what about the very air we breathe? In cities around the world, air pollution levels are already soaring, and without drastic changes, this problem will only get worse. Fine particles, ozone, and other pollutants not only cause respiratory issues, but also have been linked to heart disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline. Imagine stepping outside and feeling the weight of pollution with every breath. If you think clean air is a given, think again. And just as our air changes, so too will our food. In the future, we might look at hamburgers and salads very differently. To combat land and water shortages, scientists are developing alternative food sources, from lab-grown meat to edible insects and high-tech vertical farms. You might even be eating plants genetically engineered to grow in poor soil or survive extreme heat. Would you be willing to adapt your diet to save the planet? But food scarcity is only part of a larger issue. Picture a future where water is more valuable than oil. Already, water scarcity is affecting billions, and by 2050, as demand grows and supply dwindles, fresh water could become a rare commodity. Droughts, overuse, and pollution are pushing us toward a potential water crisis that could redefine global power dynamics. How far would you go to secure clean water for you and your family? And as resources grow scarcer, what about the next generations who will inherit this earth? By 2100, Earth could be home to nearly 11 billion people or fewer as fertility rates drop in some regions. This demographic shift could transform economies, social structures, and global politics. More people in some areas, fewer in others, with massive generational divides. It's hard to imagine what society will look like with these shifts in population density. Will we be able to adapt our infrastructure, resources, and policies to this new reality? So with the future of our planet hanging in the balance, the question is, what are we going to do about it? Each of these 10 trends could reshape life on Earth in ways we can barely imagine. But the story of our planet doesn't stop here. If you're eager to learn how humanity might take this journey even further, click the end screen to watch our deep dive into NASA's ambitious plans for Mars. Let's continue exploring what lies beyond Earth and what's waiting for us on the horizon of space exploration.